last month was a talk at the Coastal Empire beekeepers about the wonders of propolis. You ever wonder that people call it bee glue? This is a vodka. She said grain alcohol, which I guess is moonshine, and I'm not sure how you get 100 proof grain alcohol these days, but unless you're out in the backcountry like they were living on Tybee Island. I could go for one of the shops, I guess here might have some white 100 proof stuff, but the last bottle I saw was at my step-grandmother's down in the basement, and I left it there, and I'm regretting that now. But it's bee glue. I can't, oh, there we go, that's better. That's a better light. You try to separate this off the stick, and it goes back onto the stick, and it has so many properties in it. The alcohol is activating it. This has been soaking in the vodka about, I want to say 2 weeks now, because I finally remembered to scrape some off of the frame when I went in 2 weeks ago, when I went into the hive. And this is probably what you call green. The bottle that the presentation was handing around was very red, and one of our really good guys there, he said you get green, you get red. Red is more, he had 3 colors. I forget what the other color was. But green kind of comes across to me as this silver white. I'm getting silvery white, so I'm assuming this is just green. And it's gooey and dry, but now that it's been in the vodka, now it's gooey and just sticks to itself. It's amazing properties. So all these treatments that are being teased out of propolis, according to another person at the meeting, they have to overcome this stickiness when they go into the lab. My lab is in the kitchen, and they say up to a month that this is supposed to soak in the alcohol. So I'm having trouble getting it separated enough to even soak out the good parts of it, unless vodka isn't strong enough with the proper alcohol in it. But this is why it's bee glue. I can rub off parts of it. The moment I stick it back in next to it, it sticks back onto it. It's amazing stuff. So this has to go for a longer time than a month in vodka, but this is what they're calling a tincture. Oh man, my pronunciation. I mean, we're trying to distill. I guess you could heat it in something. Maybe that's another thing I got to read up on, but it's viscous stuff. I mean, this is just it's amusing that they stood in their presentation and they talked all about it, and then they're like, go on, do it. And even our boss, Greg, our president, he was like, try it, try any liquor that you have, or that's any good source of it. So I did, and this is vodka. So probably not the thing I wanted to see it do was gum up and not turn into a fluid. So that's my 5-minute tip of the day is this is what you do with it, and this is gray-green propolis that my guys are collecting from somewhere off in the trees. It's getting sticky. Well, there you can see some of the bits and pieces I managed to roll off of that skewer. I don't know, does this counts as green? I can only assume, I don't know, what does color matter? You know, we're holding around the jar of red, and it was really red, so mine is not the same as on Tybee Island, where they're probably collecting different dirt, different minerals, and this stuff has probably more pine. I don't think Tybee has as many pine trees as we do here, and like I said, it's sticky, and you just what's it good for? They say everything in that presentation. It was good for everything, and that they're developing all sorts of drugs that come from this stuff. Propolis.